terribly sorry. Sasha Deneen, her speech is My American Dreams. My American Dreams, Sasha Deneen.
Dear Mr. Contents Master, dear Toastmasters, and dear guests. When I was a girl, I could never imagine myself living in the United States. In elementary school, I learned that the United States is an evil country who wants to take over the world and enslave other nations with Coca-Cola and McDonald's. Later, I had another opportunity to learn about the United States, and this is the story of how it happened and how it changed my life. The engineering department where I was working after my graduation consisted mostly of women who spent all of their working time knitting and discussing their health problems. Because I didn't like knitting and hated discussing the health problems, I decided to take a long-distance course of American culture and English language. Now I was spending my working time doing assignments for the course and reading course books. And this is what I learned from the course. America was discovered by Columbus in 1492. Columbus fled to this country to escape persecution of Ferdinand and Isabella of Spain, who refused to believe that the world was round and considered such ideas dangerous. After Columbus proved that the world was indeed round, a great many people went around it, and some even settled in the so-called New World. The first American settlers were pilgrims. Pilgrims were a branch of Puritans who displeased King James by wearing tall hats and attending a low church. They refused to attend the same high roof church King James himself was attending. So to escape the king's wrath, pilgrims decided to set off for the New World. The ship on which they sailed was called the Mayflower. It was a long and perilous voyage across the Atlantic, but finally they reached the rocky coast. And they called this place Plymouth Rock, because it reminded them of another rock with the same name in England, which King James he hated this rock. He didn't like it. The first 4 men ashore became the American forefathers. After a short stay on Plymouth Rock, which was windy and damp, the pilgrims decided to start searching for a new place, for a more sheltered place to build a town. One party went to look in one direction, and the second party went to look in another. And this was the beginning of the American two-party system. This I learned about American history from the course textbooks. And the best way to learn about the culture was, of course, the Hollywood movies, which were so much fun to watch. So I found an empty conference room and started watching these rooms, and I swear I watched at least 5 of them every single day. I learned that the streets of American cities were full of gangsters called big shots, who have scars on their faces to identify them. Big shots put horse heads in each other's beds. Big shots were driven in long black limousines by little shots. Big shots loved funerals, and they were always shooting other big shots because they could attend their funerals and send them horseshoe-shaped floral pieces. Sorry for your loss. I really wanted to try cactus juice and my hand at cattle ranching and dueling. So just like the pilgrims, I decided to set off for the New World. But when I arrived here, I was shocked to discover that America wasn't mostly a desert with just a few dusty towns run by gangsters. And since I couldn't become a sheriff, I had to find a real job. So I got a managing job at the pain management office. Our office not only makes people pain-free, but also helps single patients find their perfect love match. First, the doctor considered long waiting time our weak point and thought it was due to my lack of experience in the field. At some point, he even wanted to fire me, but instead decided to add another huge waiting room. Now we're proud to have longest office waiting time in Rochester. We became so popular that scores of people schedule appointments just to spend time in our office. They start talking to each other, and in a few hours exit the office holding hands. Only recently I was invited to 3 weddings, and I consider it my biggest professional achievement. Thank you.